Atlantic City, where small fortunes are won and lost on a roll of the dice, the turn of the cards, and the spin of the wheel. Spinning in the shadows of the casinos, 5 wind turbines, a jackpot of renewable energy, which utility executive Tom Loletta says is no gamble at all.
When you can attach renewable energies and consistent prices, stabilized costs, what more could you ask for?
The windmills are located at Atlantic City's sewage treatment plant. The turbines were built by private investors who sell the electricity back to the plant at a reduced rate. The remaining wind energy is sold to the power grid. Maria Mento is Chief Financial Officer of the Atlantic County Utilities Authority.
We agreed to take a certain percentage of the energy that is generated by the windmills, and the company agrees to charge us 7.95 cents a kilowatt hour for the next 20 years.
From the day they went online, as I was considering, we started saving money because these wind turbines being located right here at our facility, there's no transportation charges whatsoever of bringing electricity through the grid to get here. So that runs about 3.5, 4 cents a kilowatt hour. So the first year of operation, we saved over $400,000 worth of electric costs.
These are high-tech windmills which make maximum use out of a plentiful resource.
There's a weather station at the top that you can see at the back of the light there that knows which way the wind's directing, just like you would have a wind vane on your house. And they point it into the wind. So they'll turn, the tops of those will turn 360 degrees to try to find the wind. Once they locate the wind, then the blades pitch in order to optimize the speed of the wind. So if it's a light wind, more blades facing the wind. As the wind gets heavier, they narrow themselves down so that they're always spinning at about 20 revolutions a minute.
When the wind gets too strong, the turbines shut down completely and point themselves in the direction of least resistance. They're anchored in huge concrete bases to withstand hurricane-force weather. Yes, too much wind can be a bad thing, but it's better than not having enough.
Not every location has enough wind to make it economically feasible to build something like this. So it's mostly the coastal areas I think that it'll benefit from. Other utilities that might want to do it would be up in the hills.
Soaring demand for power combined with growing concern about global warming has made wind the fastest growing energy source in the world. Currently, less than 1% of the world's energy does come from wind, but it's expected to grow to 6% by the year 2020. The United States, Europe, and China are expected to spend $150 billion on wind projects in the next 5 years alone. The first thing you notice as you drive into Atlantic City is the enormous size of the windmills, each as big as a 35-story building. Far from an eyesore, many people say they like the towering turbines. According to a study partially funded by the federal government, property values of homes with a view of the wind farm increase faster than comparable homes without the view. Tom Burton lives a few miles from the wind farm.
We think it's kind of neat to see as you drive across the bridge. You see it off in the horizon and see the casinos in the background, and then you see these really wonderful windmills just turning around. It's terrific.
Is there a downside to these wind farms? It depends on your point of view. Some are concerned about noise. We found that the turbines are actually pretty quiet. Others are concerned that the huge windmills could adversely affect bird migration patterns. The Audubon Society is conducting tests in Atlantic City to find out. According to the Atlantic County Utilities Authority, only 1 bird has been killed since the wind farm opened almost 2 years ago. Wind energy costs a little more than electricity generated from fossil fuels, but advocates say the positives greatly outweigh the negatives. One of those positives, wind farms can be brought online very quickly. They can be designed and built within 2 years.
Well, I think it's great. I mean, it's not only clean and renewable, but it sounds like it's also economical. I mean, it's not just good for the environment, but it also is saving money, certainly for the wastewater treatment facility. But then they sell back into the grid, so it's it's sort of a win-win situation all around.
We all have the responsibility to protect the environment. So if we all just did a little bit, we could be in a much better place.